This reading is going to be for Capricorn. This is going to be your mini read. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to be using the same order as I did for the high vibe outdoor reads. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Hold on 1 second. We're ready now for Capricorn. Trying to get it so it's such a bad camera angle. Hold on. Well, I don't know. I can't. So bad. Can't figure out how to get the camera angle right. But ooh, there's your card. Count very quickly. All right, Capricorn. So we have reaching outward. It's number 14. So for some of you, you're going to feel a very strong need to want to reach out to people, which is something that I don't see you doing very often, if that makes sense. I know a lot of Capricorns, and most of them have a certain sort of solitary attitude about them, and the friends that they do have are very how do I put this? Okay, so the Capricorns that I know, they keep their circle small, mainly because they not that they're antisocial, it's that they sort of believe in keeping to themselves, because Capricorns are very, very loyal. They're very dedicated to their friendships, and they're very, very hard workers. So they also like their own, I was going to say own. They like their own time. They like their alone time. And when they're not alone, they're very often working very hard at creating and manifesting, if that makes sense. And so, you know, if you are loved by a Capricorn, you'll know, because you'll be a part of that little small social circle. So in this energy, I feel like you're reaching out to people that you wouldn't normally reach out to. Maybe people that are not in this little small social circle that you normally keep. This might be someone outside of your social circle, which might feel a little out of character for you, but that's what I'm definitely picking up on. It could be a Taurus. I see here what looks like a bull. And for some of you, you might feel really strongly isolated lately. This tower, it kind of looks like she's in a tower. I also see a tower here, which, you know, to me indicates a strong feeling of isolation. But to me, this feels like self-isolation. It's number 14. So 4 is about stability and about balance, and 1 is about a new beginning. So some of you might have a new beginning in regards to something that's going to bring some stability into your life. But also, if you add up 4 and 1, we have the energy of 5, which is the energy of change. All right, so let's go ahead and move into your spirit animal. What do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn. I'm going to shuffle these right on the camera for you. Capricorn. I love that shuffle. Frog. Okay, so we have frog. It says the symbols of frog are feminine energy, creation, and fecundity, which is a fancy word for like abundance or a lot of something. The frog is a creature of the water and has been associated with new life. In Egypt, they were placed on mummies to facilitate rebirth. So a very strong energy of transformation, like I said, a starting over, which will create shit tons of abundance for you, Capricorn. And I just said abundance, and there's abundance. The abundance of frogs at the time of the annual Nile flood also associated them with fecundity, which means a lot of something. In South America, the Orinoco people considered the frog to be lord over water, a feminine symbol, and did not kill them. So this is an energy of a sacred feminine energy. So if you associate yourself with the feminine energy, then this reading is definitely for you. Among Native American people of North America, the frog has been associated with the moon, which is also a feminine symbol. Again, there's this energy, very strong energy of a divine feminine, a feminine who is very much connected to the divine and connected to spirits. One story tells of a frog jumping into the moon where it rules for eternity. So again, this energy of coming into your feminine energy. So if you are a masculine and you're watching this, then this could be you coming into a season where you're more in touch with your feminine side. You're allowing yourself to feel the emotions in your life that are surfacing. And they might be considered more of like a feminine type, or they might be considered more feminine type emotions, like being nurturing and sensitive, caring, and all of those emotions that are sort of connected to the divine feminine, right? Which this is in no way to state that you're not a masculine man. You very well might be, but this is about balancing out those energies, because in order to be a very masculine man, you also have to have those feminine traits to balance you out. Because if you don't, then you just get an alpha male who's basically a prick. I mean, honestly, if you have too much masculine alpha male energy, then you do not have the capacity within you to protect the female and to make her feel safe. I mean, you might have the ability to protect her, but how is she supposed to feel safe, physically, but also emotionally safe with you if you are not in touch with your feminine side? Therefore, in order to understand the feminine, you have to be in touch with your female side. You cannot make her feel emotionally safe with you without knowing how she feels, by empathically putting yourself in her shoes and therefore connecting to your own feminine inside of you. You might be able to make her feel protected in the physical, but without all of those check boxes checking out for her, and then she's not going to feel completely safe with you, and therefore she's not able to be the complete divine feminine. Okay, so moving on. We're going to do a Power of Love card for you, Capricorn. Excuse me. Capricorn, what do we have for Capricorn? I swear I cannot get an angle where you guys can see the fucking cards. It's so irritating. Anyways. Capricorn, what do we have for Capricorn? Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So for some of you, this is about realizing that every single lesson that you've ever had in love matters. Every single person that you've ever made love to matters. Every single heartache that you've ever had matters. Every single time that you ever got your heart broken mattered. Every single time you never felt good enough, it mattered. Every single relationship that failed mattered. Every single time that somebody made you feel undervalued matters. Anytime you were cheated on, you were mistreated, anytime that you were left feeling completely alone in any relationship or connection, it mattered, because every single one of those relationships and steps that you had to take and the lesson and burden that you had to bear, and every single time that your beautiful, precious little heart was broken, Capricorn, was so you could realize at this moment in time, right now, where you're at, you have come so far. I'm sorry for the background noise. You have come so far. You are right where you need to be, and you have learned so many beautiful lessons about love. And every single one of those lessons and every single one of those so-called failed, I'm going to put them in quotes, failed relationships have brought you exactly to the timeline that you need to be in right now, where you are ready and willing and able to manifest the love of your life, your twin soul or your twin flame. All of those lessons brought you to where you are right now. They have made you the beautiful soul that you are. So be thankful, be grateful, and say thank you next, like Ariana Grande says. On to the next one, because you are in the process, my beautiful Capricorns, of manifesting your dream partner. Okay, and for some of you, this is going to happen way faster than you think it is. Okay, I feel like you are on the greatest timeline of your life. And most of you have put in so much of the work that the next step is natural into the greatest timeline of your life. Your abundance, your love. Everything and anyone who's ever hurt you made you stronger and made you more badass, and that's why you are where you're at, Capricorn. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the final message from your person, the secrets of their soul, the things that they don't tell you, that they probably should, but they may be too chicken shit to tell you. So I'm going to make sure that you know what is in their heart of hearts, Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, so the first card we have says, I'm fighting this connection. So a lot of things going on in this card. There's a masculine here. There's a feminine here. It looks like the feminine is being more drawn into the masculine. She could be the chaser. He could be the runner. And if you notice in this card, there's a lot of those connections. Sorry about the glare. There's another masculine here. My nails look terrible. I'm sorry. I need to get them done again. So there's another masculine here. And the feminine, once again, is pursuing him. His back is turned away from her. And there's a lot of other third-party energy here. So again, this keeps coming out in a lot of the readings. So for some of you, there is a lot of feminines around your masculine. Your masculine might be very handsome. And the feminines around him are not understanding why he may be focused on you, because maybe in their head, you don't look as good as they do in their head. But you know your worth, Capricorn, and you know exactly how beautiful you are. Whether this is a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't matter. You know your worth, and you know the capacity of your heart, and you know your ability to love freely and unconditionally. And because of that, your divine masculine counterpart is drawn into that love. And that is something that the other people around them have not quite, they haven't quite conquered that lesson yet. They don't know how to love unconditionally. They don't know how to be happy unconditionally. They haven't found their inner peace. They're still focused on the external. So to them, they see, a masculine or a feminine that is, possibly loving or crushing on someone that is not as attractive as they feel they are. And that would be because they're focused on the external. But the masculine or the feminine that is in love with this counterpart is not looking at the exterior. They're only following the calling of their soul. So the other feminines or masculines don't matter to them. They could be surrounded by attractive people and they would focus still on you because their soul calls out to yours. It has nothing to do with what you look like in the physical. Though I feel like you're very physically attractive, and I feel like that you are attractive. You may not be attractive in the sense of like what the world finds attractive, but the fact that you know yourself makes you more attractive, if that makes any sense. You found your inner peace and your confidence. And so therefore that radiates out into the world and creates these ripples of love and beauty, which cannot be measured on a scale of physical beauty. I hope that makes sense. So a lot of people won't understand the connection, but you and your Capricorn, or you Capricorn and your counterpart do. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right. And also I want to focus on this. We see like lights coming from the dark. So I feel like some of you might be coming out of a sort of dark night of the soul energy. And I put this on silent. The sun is going to shine again. So there are more blessings coming out of this darkened period. If you've been experiencing a little bit of heavier energy, Capricorn, let me nurture your soul. So we have a double rainbow, which represents unity or reunion. So if you are a twin soul and you know who your twin soul is and you are currently in separation, the separation will be ending very soon. I'm going to estimate before the end of summer, before the beginning of fall. We have a double rainbow, which represents union. And I don't know why I'm hearing by fall, but like at the end of summer, beginning of fall. But that's what I'm hearing. And it's because your masculine's heart chakra is opened. And it's propelling you into a greater timeline. Then we have thank you for loving me. So your person very much appreciates you. They might not show you on the 3D level, but in the 5D, they appreciate you very much. And they are extremely grateful for your love and for the lessons that you have shown them and the unconditional love. And if that isn't being shown to you in the 5D, it's possible it's because you don't know who your person is yet, or it's possible that you're not showing yourself the gratitude that you need to show yourself. You've come a hell of a long way, Capricorn, and you should be proud of yourself. And showing yourself that love and gratitude is going to be mirrored to you from your twin soul once you discover who they are. All right, so this is going to conclude your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and got some kind of insight from this, my beautiful Capricorns. I am not accepting any remote or online readings. By remote, that means, long distance readings, recorded readings, or anything like that. However, I'm still doing live or face-to-face readings at the Gemstone Hideaway, which is on Kalamazoo Street in Lansing, Michigan. You can find me there, not this weekend coming up, but the weekends of the 28th and the 29th, which will be my birthday weekend. And I will be celebrating it by doing tarot for you. Always living to serve. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Capricorn. Mwah.